Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing this evening? I just want you all to know that I am so sad and very bothered that so many of you still have not received your $1,400 third stimulus check. And it's very alarming that elderly and disabled Americans, as well as veterans, are facing delays in receiving their stimulus payments. The Internal Revenue Service should have sent out all $1,400 checks to eligible Americans by now. It has been 2 weeks since President Joe Biden signed into law the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan that was supposed to send out third stimulus checks to millions of Americans within days. I just want all of you to know that I'm doing my very best to help and provide you with the latest stimulus updates and information from the IRS. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family so we can help as many people as we can finally get their third stimulus check. And don't forget, this Friday, I will be giving away another $50 Amazon gift card. To enter the giveaway, all you'll need to do is subscribe to my channel, like this video, and then comment below. All right, everyone. So just yesterday, a group of House Democrats officially sounded the alarm about the delays in the economic impact payments going out to beneficiaries of Social Security and other government programs. So this past Monday, the Internal Revenue Service and Social Security Administration Commissioner received a letter about reported delays in automatically issuing stimulus checks to taxpayers who depend on government benefits. I was really happy to hear that lawmakers are finally taking action for the American people. Just today, House Democrats are again expressing alarm. Senior members of the House Ways and Means Committee pressed the heads of the IRS and Social Security Administration to offer a timeline this week for speeding up distribution. Earlier this morning, lawmakers pointed to the Social Security Administration as a culprit after learning that the IRS requested payment files needed to issue the stimulus checks to nearly 30 million Social Security and Supplemental Security income recipients 2 weeks before President Joe Biden signed the relief law into effect on March 11th. The House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Richard Neal and Representatives Bill Pascrell and John Larson and Danny Davis wrote in a letter to SSA Commissioner Andrew Saul, "We demand that you immediately provide the IRS with this information by tomorrow." In my opinion, there's just no excuse for making millions of Americans wait for weeks for their payments. The IRS should already have the correct information on file for SSI and Ssdi recipients. Just a couple of hours after the lawmakers sent the letter, the Social Security Administration said that it expects the final files to be delivered to the IRS by Thursday. A spokesperson for the SSA told The Hill that the agency was in discussions with the Treasury Department and the IRS ahead of time. However, they did not have the authorization to send the beneficiary files before the relief law's enactment. I just don't understand why it took 2 weeks for the agencies to realize this. According to the spokesperson, the SSA had to first establish a reimbursable agreement with the IRS to fund the work providing the beneficiary information and then to test the new system in recent days. SSA spokesperson Mark Hinkle stated, "Social Security staff is working day and night with Treasury and IRS representatives to ensure that the electronic file of Social Security and SSI recipients is complete, accurate, and ready to be used to issue payments." The agencies say some of the issues behind the delays in check distribution are for people who didn't have direct deposit information on file with the IRS because they didn't have to file tax returns or if they filed paper returns. However, Democratic lawmakers say the delays with getting checks to the low-income government assistance beneficiaries has been slower compared to the previous 2 rounds of direct payments. All of this is just so ridiculous. I know most of you have the correct banking information or mailing information on file for the IRS, but still haven't received your checks. The IRS just began delivering a 3rd round of economic impact payments a little over a week ago, sending $1,400 per taxpayer mainly through a direct deposit. The next batch of payments went out to Americans today, with many of them delivered by paper check or on a prepaid debit card in the mail. But there are still so many Social Security, SSI, Railroad Retirement, and VA recipients that haven't received any notice that their checks are coming. I honestly hope that tomorrow we will all receive a timeline. We have been waiting for weeks for the IRS and Social Security Administration to provide us with new information. So I'm glad that they are finally trying to do their best in getting that information to us.
Birmingham, Alabama, Erica Robbins worked with individual bankers she knew to make sure some of her neighbors could get checks cashed.
Just because people don't have 4 walls and a roof does not mean, that they're not your neighbors. Just because they are on the street doesn't mean that they're not, citizens. Because of their situation and their lack of resources, especially with libraries closed and things like that, how are they going to apply for this money? I said, hey, we need some laptops, some tablets, and some volunteers, and we're going to help people get this money.
Word spread fast. Erica took appointments at a nearby church that also let them use their mailing address to receive checks.
It was such a blessing. When the checks started rolling in and they started receiving that money, they would, run up to me and say, Miss Erica, thank you so much. I got my check. I was able to get a hotel room for a few days. I was able to take a shower.
Millions of Americans are currently eligible for their third direct payment since the pandemic began. The IRS says they are making improvements to their systems and working directly with partners and shelters. But both Erica and Ryan say signing people up has not gotten easier.
Have you felt support from the state government, the federal government in doing this work?
I don't think they're doing enough. Even if you're dealing with shelters, we deal with street homeless. There are so many people that are not in the shelter system.
An added challenge, if someone did not sign up last year, the IRS is now asking individuals to file a full tax return.
If you signed up for the first check, you can get all the other checks sent to the same place. So as long as your address hasn't changed, you're fine. It's harder to sign up folks now that haven't signed up at all. And because you have to file taxes, and for someone living on the street that's homeless, that's a difficult process.
In Burlington, North Carolina, Janet Triola runs Fresh Start Alamance and helped Donald McBride secure his stimulus check, which he says he used to buy food and pay for a temporary place to stay.
I don't know how to work on that computer, no way. I mean, be honest, I wouldn't know how to do that stuff. She helps all of us out on anything she can. And that's a blessing.
But Janet says jobs and affordable housing are still too hard to come by.
So a stimulus check is great, but it's a Band-Aid. And it's really hard to get a job if you don't have certain skills, or because there are so many people looking for jobs, you can't get housing and you can't keep housing if you don't have a job.
The latest COVID relief package includes $5 billion for emergency homeless services, another $25 billion in rental assistance.
Alrighty everyone, that is the end of the video for this evening. I hope you found this video helpful. Please don't forget to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and then commenting below. Thank you and have a very, very blessed day.